I think you're live now. It says live now.
Alright. Let's see.
I think I wrote the top of it, and that's why.
That might have done it.
Freaking technical wizard over
Alright.
here.
Maybe you were there? I don't know.
I don't know. It looks like it looks now. It looks like in fact. Let's look here. A sailor's just a sailor, just like he was before. It says live now. Hey, look, there's people.
You sure?
Yeah. Look, here I come. I'm walking.
Yes, indeed, you're walking. Alright, there it goes.
See? Told you. I just had to rub top of it, and it liked it, so.
Can you see it on your phone?
No.
I like it when you rub the top of things. Tell you what.
Hi, people. There's two people on. I don't know who they are, but it's, that's the old
must be
one.
the wrong one.
Yeah, you got
They're gonna be confused.
refresh that one. Or delete that one altogether. You can do that.
Oh, you can see how many people are on.
Yeah, there's 4 people on right now. Come to the newest one. Come on over.
Oh.
Come on. See now, if you hit that live right there. See that live one right there? It says live. You click that one. But no, not that one. You gotta refresh it.
Yeah, I know. So I'm waiting.
Oh,
So I cannot delete that one.
maybe back out of your phone. Hi, TJ. See, we got TJ. We got a Brian
All right.
Beaver. We got a Skunk Boss.
Alright. You go ahead and talk to him
I
and
am
get
talking.
things straightened out.
Hi, peoples. I Kyle. That's an Aaron. That's not a Brandon. Brandon decided to not remember that it's Monday, and he's like,
You
I
a few
forgot.
Things.
but we got a Gary Labe on tonight, so that's pretty cool. Hi, Gary.
Hi.
We get to talk to him.
Hi, Gary.
Hey.
See how Gary's a good like sponsor guy because he had his KHD shirt on. We don't have nothing on.
We don't have shirts. Have you thought about asking about getting the shirts?
Maybe. Why? I was enjoying the conversation. Mike Louie's on.
Hey, Mike Louie.
You know that guy.
You do too. I believe you met him.
I've definitely probably met him, but I'm not going to say that I would know him out of the crowd.
Well, maybe you should come to a on-road race and you might get to know him.
I was at an on-road race and he wasn't there.
Well, you can come to one this Wednesday.
I don't know. Wednesday's a pretty bad day. I like to sleep on
Wednesday's-
every day.
Which one's which here?
What?
I'm looking. I'm trying to delete the other one. in
You
case
look
it
so
doesn't.
confused.
I really am.
You know, if you probably hit that one.
There we go. Alright, that's upcoming, so we gotta delete that one. Well, it won't let me delete it.
Because it's fine. It's not live. They'll figure it out.
This one, somebody's waiting.
Oh, well, tell them. I don't know who it is. Mike Lewis says howdy. We got 11 people on here, so I think everyone has switched over. Besides that one
Except
person.
for that one person.
It's probably just you.
Could be me.
Definitely could be you. Alright, well, I'm going to
You
figure
go
out
ahead and
results.
talk about. You talk about things.
Alright, so we got what? Pheasant Land. We got some on-road stuff at Parkland on Wednesday.
Yep.
Ultimate Thursday. Pheasant Land and Ultimate Friday. I think that's it for results.
Yeah, nothing raced this weekend. I mean, RJ's, they did their carpet trials.
They did.
They did. I'm confused by all that. Are you confused by all that, Kyle?
Yes.
I am too. Do we need foam tires or rubber tires? We don't have to have dirt.
Oh, dude, metal tires.
That works. What if I just ride on the rims? If I ride on the rims and just drill some screws through the rim, that should really stick well.
Is there going to be a live on the Monday following the race on the 1st?
No.
No. Sunday will be the only live we do. That'll be our 50 whatever. You coming to that?
When's that? October 1st?
Yeah.
This
I'm
coming
gonna
Sunday.
try.
You gonna try?
Okay.
All right, let me look up these results here. Pheasant Land. Pheasant Land or CE. Oh god. But not loose live. Not lice, but that'll work. Park Lane Saturday, they said.
Oh, that's right. Parkland Saturday.
What are
I know who said that and why.
Who?
Mike Louie.
He's got COVID.
Oh, does he? I'm sorry, Mike. But
Yeah.
I know why he said that, because he won Saturday. Just to spoiler.
Where that mini Z's down there, Park Lane.
Nah, right now they're running on road.
Oh, okay.
Mini Z's will be coming up next week, but right now it's production, TTO2 production, 21.5 touring, USGT, VTA, and F1. They got a pretty full lineup. They had a really big crowd.
Skunk Boss says okay because I would have stayed for an extra day.
Yeah.
Sorry. All right.
Well, you could talk to us Sunday.
True.
I mean, you know, how much more talking to Skunk Boss can we do?
Probably a lot. All right. Veseland Tuesday night. 12T crate late model.
I've given up trying to take those other ones off. Just ain't working.
Good job.
Thank you.
So, we had an invader on Tuesday night.
Oh yeah,
We
the
got
big dog.
the Iron Man, Kurt Nicholas.
He's one of those mob drivers.
He is.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Sean Horning gets second, and Kevin Kuzer takes home third.
Oh, Great Late.
No, you're not. Sorry, Kyle. You're not wrong. Senior 10, Brett Ludwig,
Takes his win.
Mike Yon, and Alex Moore. Savage Sprint, Matt Gruber, the professional, does Matt Gruber things.
He does.
Takes over the
Especially there
win.
in Savage Sprint.
Alex Moore second, and Justin right now are going to get home third. Novice, another one. King Kevin Kuzer doing King things. Kuzer with the win. Paige Brady with a second. Paige Brady looking a little bit better this year. Getting good.
No, it's only his first year. I mean, he's doing pretty
I'm
darn
talking about
well.
like getting good now towards the end of the season.
Oh,
Track gets cold, it gets cold, Paige gets hot.
we could say that.
Yeah, I just did, so we definitely can.
Paige, he just called you hot.
Yes, I did.
Watch out.
White Yon gets third.
White Jan's looking pretty good.
The rookie.
Pretty fast.
He is the rookie.
He is. He's a good kid.
Big block. Kurt Nicholas.
I
Takes
know
over
that
the
guy.
Guess who was second?
Another guy.
We know the other guy.
Ooh, I didn't really care because I came in third. Oh, that guy.
Oh, you didn't really care.
'Cause I
Wow.
came in third.
Wow.
I came in third.
Wow. I cared, Gary.
I know.
You
I was a little self-absorbed. on
Yeah,
that
wow. You're like, if I didn't get second, I don't give a damn who got second.
race. I didn't care who got first either.
Yeah, Gary Lane got second. And then third was you.
And thank you to
Gary-
Matt Gruber.
Gary's like, I don't care
Nobody
about
cared about third either.
Gary's like, I don't care about the guy
I
in
did.
third.
And Matt cared.
You look. I was really worried about that race for you because you went from like, no, Aaron looks really. Oh my God, Aaron sucks. Oh, Aaron looked good again.
How did I look bad?
Because like with 4 to go, you wrecked. It was like 5th.
Yeah, there was somebody that helped me wreck with that.
I don't think so.
Yeah, there was. Certain Horning. He apologized later.
I don't believe it. I can't wait for Sunday. Have to race Kyle Horning on Mini. Says
All right.
says the
I'm-
Mini ponytail.
I'm looking forward to that.
And then
I'm going to take you in that race over Barney.
okay.
And just, there will be betting on this race.
Oh.
Wait, I couldn't say that live, could I? That's got to be under the wraps.
There's a waffle. It's a waffle.
We're going
It's a wedding.
We're going to do
We're
some waffle.
We're gonna do some wedding.
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 We're going to do some wedding.
12T Sportsman. The fastest bumblebee in town, Joe Hill. Kurt Nicholas gonna get second, and Chad Kohler in third. Sean Good says, I'm waiting. And that was Tuesday night at Veseland.
Good's a good waiter. He's really good at that.
Let's see, now we go over to
He
Park.
waits really good.
We
Not
go over
good.
to Park Lane on Wednesday. Let me look at Park Lane here. I gotta put in some Park Lane race.
Let me just do that. I'll do that while I'm here. While you bring up on Friday, and I'll do
I'm literally
ultimate.
right there.
What else am I going to do?
I read.
Yeah, I can read.
Okay.
You want to watch?
Wait, what?
You want to watch me read?
Lego my ego.
Wait, who said that?
Sean Good.
Oh. All right. So what do we got here at Park Lane in 20?
I bet you have left and rights.
You certainly got that right, brother.
It's like
Brother.
Riddle?
Brother.
Brother?
Listen, I'm not good with words. I can read though.
Get you?
21.5 touring. Enzo G, Eric Duber, and Elliot Boyce.
Dubler. I like that name.
Duber.
Goober.
TTO2 Production A main, Matt Bruns, Jason C., Tyler Quinn.
Why were you not there?
I broke. I qualified third, but I broke in round 2. After round 2, so I couldn't race the rest of the night. All I did the rest of the night after round 2 was wrench on the car.
Really?
And in futile effort. Kept ripping it apart, putting it back together, it just wouldn't work. So finally got the car ripped apart and back together yesterday morning. Yep, so it's ready to go. Speaking of on-road racing, I got a spare car, Kyle. You gonna come out Wednesday? I don't think it's gonna drive like crap like it did last week. I think it should be better. I'm not guaranteeing it, but it should be better.
Aaron, I don't know how to turn left.
There you go.
Not good.
You looked pretty good out there that one time when you were following Scott Shoemaker.
Yeah, it's like a follow Shoemaker. I got to
All right,
follow.
Scott Shoemaker, come out on Wednesday night so Kyle can follow you.
All right. So
We'll just give him a tow cable and haul you behind him.
I think a great idea. I'll definitely get top 3. All right, wreck him.
All right, so what do we got now? We got Ultimate.
Was that all the results?
That was all the results.
Oh,
There
I got
weren't-
Ultimate.
There weren't many of us there on Wednesday night.
So then we went up to Thursday on Ultimate, and we had to deal with the Iron Man again.
Yep.
God.
Yep.
We couldn't escape him this week.
He's all over.
He was.
He must have been bored.
Well, in 13.5 big block, he took down Jim McKeon.
That's hard to do.
Jim has been on his game this year.
How did McKeon do in that race?
He got second.
second. Was it close? And his
Eh,
car's flying. That car looks good out there.
It wasn't. It was close, but it was not close.
Okay, he was on the same lap.
I believe so.
That's still not bad. I mean, the way Kurt runs, it's impressive if anybody can stay on the same lap as him.
I remember Jim wrecking the one time though. I remember he clipping the wall coming off too.
That didn't help him.
So Jim got second, and then the Salad Man got third.
Good job, Sal.
Gary was fourth. I think I gotta get a big block so the whole group up there can get top 5 again.
Well, I'm thinking we should get big blocks.
I have a big block.
I'm thinking you should probably get it working.
Yeah, well, 17.5 late model, Brett Hollinger, Josh Schmelzer, and George Varzik.
Okay. Well, it's impressive George got one of those. Those things are fast.
17.5 sprint car, Phil Mallarella, John Pauly, and John Schmelzer. I want to know if Marabella and Pauly have finished off the top 2 all year.
Seems like it.
It has. Crate late model, Bips Ryan.
He came out of retirement and beat the Iron Man.
Yeah, Kurt Nicholas second and Glenn Killian in third.
I saw the podium picture. They all look pretty happy, so guess nobody wrecked each other.
Midget, Phil Marabella, Brett Hollinger, and then Wild Bill Osborne.
Hey, who was fourth in that race?
Howard Young.
Wasn't that you driving that?
It very well might have been me driving it.
Yeah, you got a mid-jet.
Yeah, drove that thing from last to fourth after making. So this is what I did to make this thing run good. A lot of a prep, and then I didn't know what to do. So going out for that main, I just wanted to just turn shocks and went. I'm like, it's either going to work or not. So
It worked.
it did. Mini Mud Boss, Jim McKeon. Jim McKeon got that thing running great again. John Pauly in second, and Scooby Doo in third.
Where were you?
Fifth.
Bad night?
No, bad lap.
Oh, okay.
First lap of
That's
the-
usually the way it goes. You get one bad lap, you're done.
First lap of the race going
First
to
lap is never good.
first
You're
lap of the race going to 1 and 2, hit the dots.
And then
And
you're-
like nose plant. Going into 3 and 4, same lap, hit the same dots on the other side.
Did you flip her?
I
Oh, all right. Well, that doesn't seem too bad.
No,
Sounds like you
it-
should have recovered.
it dug. It like stopped and then came back. Yeah, it was not good.
Okay, so you basically were carrying around a boatload of dirt in the front of your
I
car.
would definitely believe so. Novice, Lexi Gockley, and Kevin Kreiser. Lexi needs to simmer down.
Yeah.
Savage Sprint, Keith Fletcher, Glenn Killian, and Hal Gilmer. Stuck Mud Boss, he was a lawn dart, says Scooby.
Oh.
Kurt Nicholas takes home the win over the Salad Man. Salad Man doesn't lose point races.
No.
Gary got third.
Where'd you finish?
Fourth.
Okay.
This is usually what happens when somebody else shows up. Someone else good. I usually just finish third or fourth.
You know, you'll get your mojo back. You'll be up there running with Kurt.
Yeah, okay. In what universe?
This one?
I don't think
I
Kurt.
don't think there's another one you can really race at.
All I know is we were sitting up there. We were all up there. Kurt was on the other side, and we're just like, "What do we do?" Because whatever we do, he just pulls us down the straightaway. We were very confused.
You got to talk to Scott Struble about that one, I think, huh?
I don't know what he did, but he was fast. Well, since we're already on Friday night and we're only on Ultimate, we might as well go to Ultimate again.
Oh, that's true. That's right. They did do a pop-up race because it was going to rain on Sunday.
True. 17.5 late model, Josh Smeltzer, George Vargic, and Brett Hollinger.
Good job, George.
17.5 sprint, Dylan Zartman, Josh Smeltzer, and Jonathan Pauly.
Okay.
Create late model, Darren Boyer, Matt Kirkpatrick, and TJ Gockley. Kerry had a late model out. Got fourth.
Yeah. Darren, I mean, he's doing pretty good with that late model.
Darren is pretty good.
He beat Kurt that one time.
True.
Impressive.
Midget, Matt Kirkpatrick, Darren Boyer, and TJ Gockley. Mini Mud Bush, John Pauly, Kerry Siegfried, and Hal Gilmer. Yay, Kerry.
You notice, like, wherever Matt finishes, TJ's right behind.
Kind of, yeah.
I mean, they got a deal going or something?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And then Matt Kirkpatrick, Hal Gilmer, and Jimmy Fulton in Savage Sprint.
TJ doesn't run one of those.
He does not. All right. We got the one that we're going to talk about, so I'll do it. 12T Crate late model on Friday night at Pheasantland. Kevin Kuzer, Todd Ravel.
Good for Todd. But Kuzer getting a win over Ravel, that's pretty dope. It's pretty dope.
How old are you?
Dope's pretty old, man.
Oh,
That's an old word.
phew.
Kids don't use that anymore.
Brian Beaver was third. I'm literally annoying that one.
It was pretty dope. I mean, you know, to beat Ravel, he's a late model guy.
12T Sportsman Mud Boss, one of the races. Joe Ilg, this was for the point race. Joe Ilg, Pete Ludwig, and Steven Weller. Big Block, Steven Weller, Kerbin Horning, and Alex Moyer. And then Midget, also money race. Joe Ilg, Pete Ludwig, and it says Will Lapdog because I couldn't get Preston into the computer.
But it was Preston Selfinger.
It was Preston.
Good job. And that was sponsored by J-Body, right?
J-Body RC, Halter Landscaping, and what the hell are they? Oh, great. IRE.
Yeah.
IRE.
So Preston walked in with a ton of money that night.
I think it was over $200 in winnings.
Yeah. Good job, Preston.
He got a Mud Boss body. He don't even run Mud Boss.
Yeah, I know. I see that.
Novice.
Change his mind.
Novice.
Doubt that.
Yeah, very much doubt that. I think, Todd ran that car and sold it the same night.
Todd kicked that car like a bad dog after he was
you
halfway
missed that
through
one.
the heat.
He was halfway through the heat. Todd was like very mad at his car as it didn't handle, and he shot it straight to the fence.
You know what would have been great is if we were in that heat.
True.
Yeah.
And like he almost hit Preston. He came like that close to taking Preston's leg out. I was kind of hoping it would have hit Preston. Kevin Kuzer, Wyatt Yannick.
Well, don't worry, you hit him later.
No, I didn't hit him at all. He hit me. He hit me 3 times in the same race.
That seems like Preston.
Dude, that whole race, Gary, I'm telling you, this 12T Sportsman race, I got Preston wrecked me 3 times, and I swear I had a rope wrapped around Brandon's car because going down the backstairs, we were just going. And then we get hooked off it too, and I'm just sitting there like waiting. We get like Marshall goes as we saves to get, and I'm ahead of Brandon, and he just guns to get and spins me, and we get stuck right again. I'm just like, Brandon, what are we doing here? And then I spun out, and Aaron hit me, and then Aaron broke.
But you did me a solid. And you
I
pulled
also
off.
broke.
You pulled off, and then I could, I managed to drive from corner marshal to corner marshal with a broke bell crank to get that lap ahead of you. So.
Phil Oswald was third. Savage Sprint. Brandon Dollar goes. He wants to say
3
he went.
in a row.
No, it's not 3 in a row.
Listen, I'm going to say 3 in a row because the other week that was a 17.5 sprint.
I don't know.
I'm going to give it to him that he had a class win.
I'm not.
I know, but you know.
Kuzer was second, Alex Moyer third,
I
and
like
then
Brandon. I know you don't, but
I like Brandon. Some days. Mike
Not
Yon,
today.
Senior 10. Mike Yon, Alex Moore, and Brett Ludwig. All right, there, Chico. You got the last one there, Park
Go ahead.
Lane.
We're going to talk about Park Lane.
And we'll be done right around 8 o'clock, so we could be on perfect track of time.
That sounds awesome. I'm going to slow this down a little bit. We're moving a little too fast.
We were at Park Lane.
So Park Lane had a pretty good Saturday. They had 53 entries.
Is that a 5 with a 3 next to it?
Yes, it's a 5-3. No dash, no comma, 5-3.
What about a semicolon?
No, none at
Oh,
all.
all right.
So 25 touring, 21-5 touring. Eric Duber.
You said that already.
I know, but I didn't say it right the first time. Enzo G and Scooby H. There's so many Scoobies out there racing.
Is that like Scooby Who?
Maybe. I'm wondering who is it? Scooby Who?
Extended show. You were late. No. Damn you, Skunk Boss.
No. No.
The
How
Eagles
about-
are on.
I wish we could just pipe a camera into Skunk Boss and just let him go after we walk out.
Wait.
What,
Pump a camera into Skunk Boss.
like
Like a colonoscopy?
that's what I was thinking. I mean, if we did that, that'd be a hell of a show.
I don't think I'm watching that. I'm going home.
I mean, somebody will. There's people that have an interest in that. I don't. But,
Scooby
you know.
Horton says Mike Louie.
Okay. No. So Euro Truck, Marcus A, Marius A, Sean W, Dave Flagler.
Man, you could get in some trouble if you said that name wrong.
F1, Scott Shoemaker, Scott Davies, and Mike Louie. Prospec, Tony Screws.
Good for Tony.
Deshaun D.
Does he
and-
wait? Does Tony screw Deshaun's D?
He sure did.
Oh,
And guess who else he screwed? Your favorite person,
who?
Scott Davies.
Oh, good.
That's-
F you, Davies.
I miss Davies.
I
He's
don't.
gonna be out there hopefully this weekend. TTO2 production. Mike Louie. Mike Louie. Did you hear Mike Louie? And then Deshaun D.
Never heard of
Mark B. USGT. Josh Starr. Elliot Boyce. And Tony Screws.
Tony screws Scott Shoemaker.
Yeah, he finished fourth. Poor Scott.
Don't you
He
dare!
got the screws from Tony.
Don't you dare touch my colon, says Skunk Boss.
So that's the week in racing. If there were any other races, we don't know about them.
Oh, and then we forgot RJ's had practice, which
We talked about that, but yeah, I mean, Bill Osborne's going to have to be a little more clear about that. We don't really quite know what's going on there. We're not
Yeah.
carpet guys or, you know.
did you see that debacle this weekend?
No.
So on Facebook, they put on that they're doing the carpet oval up there.
Practice.
Practice.
On a rainy Sunday. They're like, hey, come on out, $10, you can run.
And then there's like foam tires only. So we didn't go.
Yeah, so by that point there, we decided, well, we're not going to go.
And then the comment was like, oh, you can also bring your rubber tire cars. And we're like, but
They can't be dirt cars.
but no
They don't-
dirt on them.
Oh, jeez.
Because that'll ruin the truck, which that's fine.
Yeah. But we're like, we don't know what to do, so we're not going.
So I don't know what they're doing with the dirt oval, but that's under construction. I don't know. Everybody tells me it's going to be foam tire. I don't know.
One of
I
these,
mean-
I'm going to say in 2 weeks we get Bill on, and he'll freaking tell us.
Yeah. So he needs to tell us and be a little clear about this. So, we can tell people when it's going to start and what to bring.
Everything.
Just bring
Bring foams, bring oval, bring astronauts, I don't know. Bring
What
a
if I
rocket.
just bring a hover car? That'd be perfect if they touch the track.
But, so we got Gary.
Gary Lee.
That's Gary Lane. He runs race cars and just goes,
Gary, you've been doing this for over 30 years now.
Yeah, mid 80s.
Yeah, because I raced with you when I was a kid. Back in that was like
Don't say
86,
that.
87.
you were a
Yeah.
kid.
88, yeah, I
I
was.
think I started 86. Yeah.
Okay, yep, that's about when I started. So, and we raced a lot together up there at Flight Box in
Flight Box,
Pottstown, which
yep.
then turned into Marcus Hobbies.
Yep.
Did you go over to Flight Box when they were racing
Across
over
the street there.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was great. Back in those days, you would have two hobby shops with racetracks right across from each other.
Yeah. Yep.
And they could both stay open.
Yep.
It was great. You could walk down the street and hit a racetrack and race your RC car.
The one across the street, I think Joe Stednitz
Mhm.
used to run that.
Yes, Mark's. Yep, him and Mark Patrizi.
Yeah.
So what was the first thing that you ran then?
The first car was I had a Fox and a Wild one. Tamaya. It was Tamaya.
I remember
Yeah.
you for the wild one.
Yeah, the Wild one. Yeah, that was my, I think, first one.
Yeah,
I
you
think
were
we could use-
pretty good with
I
that.
could use that. The wild one,
Yeah.
Gary Lade.
There
I might.
But
Wow,
a lot of
thing.
people had Hornets, if you remember.
My dad You had Hornets?
No, some people did have.
Yeah, my
Hornets.
dad used to race them. He
Yeah.
loves those things. I mean, Scott Pence, he raced one of those.
Yeah.
They're who were
Weller?
those kids? Not Weller. He ran a Fox.
He
Him and
ran a
Barry
Fox,
ran
yeah.
Foxes. I ran a Fox. Because the thing was, like, even the wild one, they were just so much lighter than an RC10.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had to make some improvements to handling because they just weren't good right off the bat, and they had some reliability issues. But compared to a stock aluminum chassis RT10, they just ran circles around them.
Mhm.
Or
For a couple of years there.
Yeah, and then to get a RC10 to work, you'd have to get that thin hot trick chassis which flexed like this.
Hmm.
Then they got bigger ones. You put graphite on it and stuff like that. But then they changed to the fine tooth gears and all that fun stuff. So it took a lot to make them run. But I like my Fox.
Yeah.
I
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I built a RC10 by just after you build one RC10, you realize you build the car, throw half of it out.
Yeah.
So I just started going into Mark's every week and just buying parts here and there until finally I had a car.
Mike-
And then I drove it and hated it and didn't run it for a while.
Mike Lewis-
Eventually I got it working good.
Mike loses in '86. I ran a Hornet
When-
and Boomerang with Zeppelin Hobbies.
Zeppelin. Where was Zeppelin Hobbies?
And Scott Davey says, when Louis won, Scooby Horn said, I had never seen that mother effer drive like that. He got out front and turned into Ryan Cavallari.
Mike Louie did put out his whole setup out there. And it's like, oh, what do you got in there, Mike? So we'll be stealing some of those ideas from him.
Back then, though, we had the same motor in all year.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. But I mean, back then we could also change brushes.
Yep.
You could put cut brushes in.
Yep.
You could change the bearings. I mean, we had ball bearings in those motors, so you could get
Oh,
a
did ya?
lot out of them.
See, now all the cheating's coming out.
No. Those I'll bring some. Like those Trinity Monster Power, they
Yeah.
had bearings in them, and
Yeah.
Wayne, New Jersey, says Louis.
Okay. We didn't go over to Jersey. I mean, we were basically Pennsylvania. I mean, we ran. Where all did you run? Because you ran.
Just
I never
really-
really saw you outside of Mark's.
Yeah, Mark's and the across the street flight
Okay.
box.
Was your
Yeah.
number the 6 back then, too?
I started at. Actually, it was. I had a red body with a 6 on it. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I remember
it was
that.
Just painted red. I didn't have any decals on.
Is
it.
there a reason you are the 6?
I don't know. No.
Yeah.
But the only reason I run the 6 now, because you guys don't probably know him, but Dave Hampshire used to run
Yeah,
the 6. You know,
I remember him.
the
Yeah,
Freightliner car,
Yeah.
and I always liked that.
Yeah.
And I said to myself, when he
yeah.
stops racing, I'm taking that over. So I did.
There you go.
And it's easy to see too.
Oh, yeah. Skunkbo says I ran into my Wild Willie for my first oval car.
You
Oh,
said
wow,
about
wow.
that. That must have been horrible.
Yeah.
So,
Do you remember the infamous turkey race they had there that one day? That one Thanksgiving?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And Joe
yeah.
Stednitz gave out live turkeys?
Yep, I remember that.
Oh, that was Mark.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Wait,
the
what?
Mark. Yeah.
Live turkeys.
why?
It was a turkey race. It was $50 to win, which was a lot of money back then. Nobody.
Yeah.
I mean, you usually got a gift certificate for winning for most places, but it'd be like $10.
Yeah. That was a lot of money though.
It
10
was.
bucks. You
Yeah,
could buy
$10
a lot
to
of
buy
stuff.
a whole car practically. But for this race it was $50, and everybody qualified for the A main got a turkey. They gave me my turkey, and I'm like, I don't know what to do with this. Gave it to Gary Stednitz, and he took it home, and I'm
Yeah.
sure Joe loved me for that. So, do you remember in that race how Weller pulled off with 20? We were supposed to
Yeah.
take a break at 25 laps.
Yeah.
He decided to pull off at 20 and do a battery change.
Yeah.
I guess he thought he'd be fast enough he could get back on, but it's.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a fun race.
Yeah. I
That-
forget who won it though.
Oh, it was one of the Jake Fleur buddies.
Oh yeah.
The guy with the mustache, I forget his name.
Weller?
No, it wasn't Weller.
Weller's the guy with the mustache now.
No, this was another guy with a mustache.
Fuller, yeah.
Yeah, he was a nice guy because it's that second half of the race. I got the start on the pole because I was the lowest back, and I led until 7 to go because the old man didn't think to charge any more batteries because I had gone from the D main up to the A main.
Oh, geez.
So he didn't think I'd get that far. So I'm racing out there with a half dead battery, and it just finally dumped. That was kind of crappy. So
did you take a break, or did you just keep going through with the RC cars?
I took a break in '99 because up at Kranzel's in Harrisburg, I don't know if any of you guys remember that. They were
99. I was about 1 year old.
Okay, well,
he was there.
Yeah, I was there.
They put him in the RC car and let him drive it around.
That was a big indoor track. I mean, huge, really huge. You had to get your car set up for the air and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It
that's
made
when
a
we had the
big
big air dams.
Yeah, and they had a big national race. People from Ohio and stuff was there, and I happened to win that race. And actually, Nick DeAngelis was standing below me, telling me what to do. I was leading. He said, "Calm down, just go, go, go.
Mm-hmm.
You know, stay low, stay low." And I won that race. And I think I quit then after a little bit after that race. That's all I can remember. And I guess it was like 5 years I stopped racing, 4
Yeah.
years, something like that.
Yeah.
And then I got back into it again.
Now, was that a big gap, you think, between the cars then? 5 years?
Yeah, because back then you had the radios, you had like different crystals to put in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And when you went to the track, you had to put a thing on your antenna.
We'd have clothespins.
Clothespins, yeah.
They'd have a big rack with all the channels on.
Yeah.
So you go up there and say, I was always channel 70. I'd get the 70. And when I was done, I put it back. Because whoever else had channel 70 couldn't practice the same time that I could.
Yeah, you couldn't turn them on together.
Yeah.
And that was the big thing when I got back into it. I'm like, well, what do you do here? And
Yeah.
about binding it, I'm like,
That's
I don't
it.
know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
But it's so much
that's for
nicer
me.
now. You can have
Mhm.
200 people with radios on.
Yeah.
And not,
Mm-hmm.
It's
you
not
know.
even something you think about now.
No.
It's just everybody can go out there practice. You don't have to
It's
call
so
out.
nice,
Yep.
Skunk was his own COD radio inbounds.
yeah.
I mean, back then, like when you raced at the same track, you knew who had what frequency, and well, they're not out there, so I'll go out. So
Yeah.
But-
So did you ever mess with people then? Could you go out there and mess with people with the same frequency?
Well,
Oh, you know
yeah,
what
if
they
you
would
turned
do?
it on, you got in trouble.
Yeah, what they do is they would impound your radio between rounds.
Yeah.
As soon as they started racing, you had to bring your radio up, leave it there, and you can come pick it up when you raced. So you weren't allowed to have it.
Because too many people turn it on to test something
Yep.
in the pits.
Yeah.
And then the guy racing, his car would take off.
Yep. I had that happen one night
Yeah.
up at Mark's. I was running, I was leading, and there were these kids sitting up there just in the corner, and they just kept turning the radio on, and my car just went flying off.
Yeah, it was.
After that, I quit for a while.
Yeah.
I was a little pissed off.
That, and I think the batteries, the way you charge the batteries and discharge them
Yeah.
way back
Oh,
when,
God, yeah.
the way they are now.
I
Because
mean,
way back then, you could only run one battery a night, or maybe you had to give it a break for 3 days, 4
Yeah.
days.
Hmm.
Now you can,
Yeah, you
You
could
know.
just run them whenever. I
Yeah,
mean, they
yeah.
have a lot of longevity to it, and here you don't want to discharge the batteries all the way down. Back then, you did.
Yeah, you
when you
did.
got done running, you stuck a light on it and just burned it down till that light went out,
Yeah.
and then you recharge it up.
now you go like,
Yeah.
something in it.
Yep. And we had all kinds of weird stuff, like you'd have trickle chargers to charge them up slow.
Yep.
You charge it up fast on a 15-minute charger, and then you put it on one of those other chargers that would leave it there and just peak it up, and then you pick it up, and it was
Yep.
complicated.
Yeah.
With the clothespins on that big old telescopic antenna.
Yeah.
Telescopic.
Oh God, yeah.
Poke an eye out or go bass fishing.
The best
Yep.
thing about nowadays is no antenna. How
Yeah.
many of those did you break?
Yeah. I used to carry a spare, maybe like 2.
Yeah.
Skunk
You had
says
to.
when it gets dumped full speed, usually into a wall.
Yes, that's usually what would happen. I mean, you didn't get any warning. You'd feel it get slower, but all of a sudden it would just
Yeah.
lose control. It wouldn't have any more steering, or the steering would glitch out,
Yep.
and it would just keep going until it hit something.
Yeah.
Mike Lewis says I killed my mom's Chrysler station wagon when I charged my batteries during a race.
Oh, did you? Oh, yeah. There were a lot of dead batteries in your cars, but back then, I mean, the chargers would just sit up. You ran them off your car battery.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So, what do you think is your biggest race win then? You think it's the one that national event?
That national one was a big one, I think. One of the biggest. Yeah, winning the points in 12T in the couple years ago, they called it the Mad Series. Now it's
oh,
called.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I won the points in that. That was, Carol was there, and that was out in 997 Speedway,
Okay.
and well, that was the last race. But,
Yeah. I'd like
and
to get out there
that
this
was
winter.
that was probably that one. Let's see, and you know, Vacaros used to race. I forgot about that track. Down in the,
That's.
they
yeah,
had a.
okay.
They used every year. They used to have a 50 lapper.
Yeah.
I think it was a Tobias race,
Yeah.
and they gave you a picture of Toby Tobias and other stuff. And that was mine, probably third biggest one.
It says,
Do you still have a lot of your old equipment and trophies, or did you get rid of all that?
I have close to plaques and trophies, close to almost 500 now.
Wow. So you kept them all over the years.
Yeah, I kept them.
we got RC Racer from Maine.
Hey, man.
Hey, who is everyone? How it's supposed to be? How is everyone tonight? Does anyone race RJ Speed, Legends, or Demaya Blackfoots?
Now RJ Speed, those Legend cars, they're going to be running them at RJ's this
They're
winter.
the same ones that ran at Ultimate Indoor, I think.
Yes, they got a really small, like I think 27 turn motor in them or something
Yeah,
like that.
I think it is.
Carpet tires. I mean, they're based off that Bow Lake Legends car. I mean, it hasn't changed much, but yeah, RJ's will be
Something
running
like
those. No, that's not one. That's one of those Vortex.
Oh,
It's the same kind of body. I mean, I have one from. Remember Harry Long, right?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, I have one of his that he bought somewhere, and it's still new in the box. It's put together, but it's never been run. Never had electronics in it. Almost thought like, man, that would be cool to put together and race. But you know, it's real easy in this hobby to get too many cars and too many classes.
Yeah,
It doesn't
yeah.
take long.
No.
so Skunk Boss says then the infamous Pargan ground effects, the most potent tire dope ever made.
Oh, the Paragon. Yeah. I mean, when we started racing here, we still had some Trinity tire dope, and that stuff worked great. We were using that. We had 2 cans of it until it went bad, and this stuff worked great. I just wish you could still find it.
And Scott Davies says next 2 Saturdays, 997 on road, 10-7 and 10-14.
Okay, so he's not coming to Parkway now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I'm gonna have to go out there and run with it.
have you ever thought about doing Motorama?
I did that a couple years.
Yeah?
I did.
Was
The
that-
best I ever did. I made the A, and I was running first. I got around. I forget who it was. Big guy, but anyways.
John Bass?
No.
Dave Peak?
Dan Yaris.
Okay.
Yaris. And for one lap, a stone got in my outdrive in the back,
Oh,
and then the car didn't handle good. And I ended up 7th, and
Yeah.
I was really happy with that. It moved
Yeah, you
along.
made the
Yeah.
A, man.
There was
I mean,
like
yeah.
70, 80 cars there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's just so expensive, for
Yeah.
me.
it's expensive
it
entry
was
fee.
$100 for a pit spot.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then you had your meals, and then you
Yeah.
had your. Me and Todd Becker stayed there, 2 nights. So
Yeah.
you paid one night, but that's still $100.
It's basically 3 days of racing.
Yeah, it's
Day of
it's a lot
practice,
of,
day of qualifying,
Yeah.
day of mains.
a lot of money.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
complaining. I'm just saying I didn't do it.
It's not
2
something.
years,
Yeah, not something you're going to do every year because
Yeah.
it's basically an RC car racing vacation in the middle of
Yeah.
Harrisburg in winter.
Yep.
Not the best place to be.
And Davey says yes, he's running Park Lane this weekend.
Oh, okay, good.
I would like to do Motorama one time, just to say I did it.
It's it's good. It's a lot. It's a long, like Aaron said, long 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those
But you
you-
get to meet people.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
talk
one
to
of those.
people.
If we're going to do it, prep for it. Like all
Yeah.
new stuff, all new tires, all new batteries, new motors. Just
Yeah.
be ready to go.
I think I'd like to go out there one year, like with us, to go out there and not race it.
Just to check
Just,
it out.
just
hang
check it out, do some videos,
Maybe
just
we can do that this year.
just show people off,
Yeah.
go on, because all the big name guys are there.
Oh yeah.
Santa Maria was there last year.
Yeah. Maybe
know.
we can get a challenge with them.
We could,
We could.
but I like to go up there, just hang out one time, and just
It's
Our
good.
problem
There's
is-
a lot of racing going on out there.
Yeah.
And all
Plus they got
kinds
the
of-
off-road stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
I like checking that out.
I mean, they even have go-karts, motorcycles.
Mhm.
Four-wheelers.
slingshot sometimes.
Yeah.
The only problem with us is we never have enough money to put that much together to go racing. We're barely able to make it out here.
I'm
on a
telling you, that's gonna be
Tuesday.
that's gonna be on my next body. Too broke to go fast.
Yep. Yep.
So, I was gonna say, now you're a KHD driver now
Yeah. With you.
with me,
And
Aaron, Brandon.
Brandon. Yeah.
We keep getting beat up by these Bob guys, and they ain't gonna do
I
good.
don't know.
No. I mean,
We did, I
Kurt
don't know.
Kurt
Good
really
stuff.
looked good when he came out here. I
Yeah.
mean, he was fast.
Kurt is a next level driver.
Yeah.
He is one of the drivers, one of the few drivers. He could show up anywhere, anytime, and win.
Yep.
He has.
That car is so
I
good.
remember him coming here. I'm like, who's this guy? Yeah, we fell out real quick, didn't we?
He's
And
so
he's such a nice guy too.
he's so
Like, he
laid back.
Yeah.
and just-
You could ask him anything, and he gives you a straight answer.
So, is there any racetrack that you want to race at that you haven't been to?
Yes. What's that? Down in West Virginia, Loco
Loco Joe's.
Joe's. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like to go there sometime.
We were
That's
talking.
neat.
Yeah, we were.
We were up at White Rose, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
we were talking Holtzapfel.
Well, maybe we
Okay.
can go down sometime.
Yeah.
We want to go there, and we want to go to WNRC. We've never been there.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I raced there. Got a lot of what do they call it, King of Sling stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I won a lot of that there.
You've been up LCRC.
Yes, I was up there twice. Well, I ran that Mad Series. They had that
Yeah.
there. That's another big track. I think it's
That is a huge track.
You really got to be fast there.
Yeah.
We went there one time, and I didn't know it at the time. I changed everything, and I found out I had a bad ESC.
No, jeez.
I was like, Aaron, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I am full throttle all the way around the track.
That
Yeah.
car that
I
day.
threw like 3 different gear changes.
Finally, we
Nope.
threw Todd Ravel's spare car at it, and it fixed it.
Yeah, you can test them too.
Yeah, but when I put it on a tester, it didn't test bad.
Oh, really?
It was just whenever it got heated up, that's
Yeah.
when it went bad.
Yeah.
And I tried everything that day to get that car to work. And I'm like, Aaron, I don't understand. Our cars are identical, and I can't do anything. I'm just full throttle. I was going up to Ed Zylock. I'm like, Ed, how do you run your track? He's like, well, do this. I'm like, Ed, I'm doing that, and it's not going.
You should have gave him the car after half a battery and said, "Hey, what's wrong with this?"
Yeah.
That's a nice track, and close by is
Stobbs?
Leicester's.
Leicesters.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's another nice track. It's small, but it's really a fun track.
Well, I gotta ask. You've been running 30 years. I mean, there hasn't always been Mud Boss. I mean, that's kind of a new thing.
Yeah.
Like, but what did you run before Mud Boss?
Well, you guys running now, they call them the minis.
Mini mods.
That's what we had with the Terminator chassis
Okay.
on it.
All right.
And that's how the size they were.
Yeah, the true 10 scale,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
except a lot more expensive.
That's what we used to
than
run,
Bandit.
like at Crandall's and
Yeah.
Mount Laurel and wherever we could,
Yeah.
Because there for a while, I don't know what years it was, but a lot of tracks closed. We
Yeah.
probably remember.
Yeah.
Now it's well, you don't, but now
It's
starting
one
to-
of those. It's like I was talking to Dan about it. It's just like all of a sudden, I would go up there and run at Otts once in a while with my old man, and
Yeah, that's
just
right.
all of a sudden, like the early to mid '90s, just everything just disappeared.
Yep.
And it's just like even if you wanted to race, there wasn't any place to go.
No, there wasn't.
Mike Wood says hack fab.
Hack fab.
Hack fab. We have a video idea from TJ Outdoors. How do you test an ESC?
Let us know.
I don't know.
You
I'll
have a
put
volt.
the voltmeter.
You put the
in.
voltmeter
Yeah,
into the motor plug and you just hit
Yeah.
full throttle.
Yeah.
But how do we test for a problem like yours?
That you can't, but you can
Yeah.
test it.
Well,
regular
I mean, we
ESC.
could get it warm
Throw
and
it
see
away.
what it does.
Yeah, just throw it away.
You saw that ESC? Should
I don't
find
know.
it.
Probably
so we can
not.
test it.
So I have a question. Since you've been around all this time and all, we're something old. You know, they're like, oh, you've been around all this time. You no.
I know he was telling me earlier this year, you're thinking about retiring.
Well, maybe 3 more years. I am
Okay.
67, so.
Look at
Maybe
Kerry
go to
Siegfried.
70.
He's what, 73?
Who?
It's Kerry.
Kerry Siegfried.
Yeah.
Kerry's 73.
Yeah.
Ah, you're never going to retire. What is your opinion on the new motor ESC combo coming from Traxxas?
Oh, boy. That's going to be a nightmare.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think it's too early to say anything until it actually gets out there.
Is it going to be more powerful?
The way
The way it was explained to us, no. It's more torque off the bottom end, less RPM. So the brush motor will have more RPM for the straightaway. So by the time you get to the end of the straight, brush motor should be pulling away. But
How
I
long's
don't
the
know.
straight, though?
Well, you know, according to the people, they say this straight here, the brush motor still has enough power. But I don't know. I mean, we
Yeah.
could all, we've all, you haven't, but me and you have run those 13.5 Just Stocks. And if you don't
Yeah.
gear them right or set the car up right, they're pretty lifeless.
I ran
Yeah,
one.
Yeah, they want.
Did you?
Hey, my light bulb's got one in it.
Okay, they're pretty lifeless, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. But you see guys out there like Ravel, Bips, Weller, they made them run and they ran faster than 12T.
Mike Wood says Hack Fab is a conversion kit for the low C mini cars.
Oh, the little Losi Mini Vs.
I think we've seen them.
I think we did. So, I mean, it's not something that really comes up around here, though. The only
No.
place I know that Trains and Lanes and Park Lane, they were running the Mini Bs. We don't really have it out here in Oval Land for the most part. I mean, 1RC, the factory runs those now and then. And that's about the only place other than, you know, I know of Small Addictions running them.
I ran the midget version.
Oh, that's right. You did get to try one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They came out with this about that big, but it looks just like a midget.
Hmm.
And I was up there at the factory the one time, and I'm standing there, and the guy's like, "Yo, you want to run it?" Yeah, I want to run it. So
What do you think I'm standing here for?
yeah. It was cool, but with all this little bumps, it did not like bumps.
Yeah.
You could every time you hit it, it spun you out.
They don't have enough weight to get over them. It just makes them bounce.
We run Hack Fab cars in Syracuse, says Mike Woods.
Oh.
He must be moving to New York.
We might be going to Syracuse again, but that's a little ways off, so we'll talk about it when it gets closer.
And RC Racer says, I got the Nash truck Hack Fab one. It's pretty neat.
Oh, yeah.
So, what is your furthest traveled race?
Wow. We went to, I think it's called Full Throttle, almost in
Yeah.
New York.
Canada.
Yeah.
Because a lot of French people were there. I went with, who was it?
Were they kind of snobby?
John, huh?
Were they kind of snobby?
No. John, that makes the bodies.
Imhoff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Me and him, and I forget who all went. Mark Claus went, I think. But that's another big track, high
Yeah.
bike. But it was nice. It was nice.
How'd you do up there?
I finished one spot out of the A.
Okay.
So I finished,
Nice.
yeah, ninth. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
They
I
didn't
finished-
bump you up?
No, they only took 8 up.
Oh, okay.
So I finished ninth, yeah.
Mm.
I did the best out of the people that went up with, I think. Because
Okay.
Dan Yaris went up with us too, that's right.
I'll say those guys in New York, they
They're
take them
fast.
on bus racing seriously.
Yeah.
You know, if you do well with them, you're
Well,
really
yeah.
good.
Mike is from Underground RC. Mike Woods.
Oh, all right.
And Scott Davis says, Jersey runs Hack Fab Oval.
Okay.
I never heard of Hack Fab. I've
Underground.
heard of Hig Fab.
Yeah, underground. We like to get back up there.
Never been there.
Well, I have. You wanted to.
Do I?
Yeah.
I don't know if I
Yeah,
do.
We want to go up there. It was fun last year. It was a long day, but we got to go up there better prepared than we did last year, where we showed up with a bunch of crap that was still dirty from our last race. So.
Years ago, about the furthest I went that you said, me and Nick DeAngelis and Hampshire and a couple of them guys, we went all the way down to Cooper's down in, I think that was down in Roanoke, Virginia.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you never believe who was there racing. It was Tony Stewart,
Oh yeah.
Ernie Irvin was there.
Wow.
They had RC cars.
What?
That's how long ago, and nobody knew them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They were
That's how
just
long
they were
ago it
just
was.
dirt track racers at that point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Dave Hampshire. He was the guy who had the long red hair and the beard, right?
yeah. Long
Okay,
hair.
I remember him.
Yeah,
He was all right. He always ran. Good. Yep, he always ran good.
Yeah, he was good in his
Yeah.
days.
Did you ever want to run snowbirds down there in Florida?
Well, I don't know any tracks down there, but I would like.
It's
you
that
know,
carpet track. That's the problem. It's
Yeah.
just we don't.
It's carpet, yeah.
Yeah, we don't have enough experience with carpet. I'd like to go down there, but just don't have
But
it.
there's a dirt track in the Carolinas, I think, ain't there?
There's that one that Groover went to in South
Groover
Carolina.
went to, yeah.
That sounded like an interesting race where
Yeah.
it's basically an out of the box slash converted to a mud boss, but you can't put limiters in the shocks. You can't change this, can't change
Yeah.
that. You got to use a stock radio.
Yeah,
I mean that sounds kind of fun.
yeah.
John Bassett's Dinosaur Barbecue. It's so good. And Mike Wood says, "Come on up. We have the Gathering race coming up
Yep.
in October, and get your stuff ready."
It's in October.
I
The
didn't.
gathering's in October. It was November last year. When is that, Mike? Let us know. We want to. Me and Brandon were talking about going up there to see how we improved from last year, to see if we can do any better.
I mean, I should go up there because my luck on brand new track is usually pretty good.
It is. Listen, if you wind up beating the A-Main fighting with Kurt and Dave Peak,
Yeah, you're doing something.
Yeah. So
I'll eat my turds. I will.
so it's in October. So for some
Oh,
reason,
man. October
whenever we
might
go
be a
to a
little
new
soon.
track, I can do real good the first time. Like we went to RJ's, I qualified for the A right away. You went what 2 or 3 times and didn't qualify.
Yep.
I went up the first time, qualified. He's like, "How the hell do you do that?" I'm like, "I don't know." We did that there. I think I did it at the factory.
Yeah.
I think we did it at Ultimate this year.
Wow.
And but then once I go back, I suck. And then he just figures it out, and I was like, "What the hell? I'm good." Like the first race there, I think I qualified like 6th overall. I'm like, "This is cool." I sucked ever since I ever went back, but
Now,
You
RJ,
think
I really like how
it's
that
good?
track is now. So, yeah.
12T, 13.5, and novice. Wait,
Yeah.
12T, 13.5, and mud blocks novice for that race.
I do know the next time I go up there, I want to have a 13.5 just because that's a long day. You need something else to run.
Is that dirt or carpet? You said?
Dirt, it's clay.
Clay.
So it's a nice track. It's very
Where's that at?
Underground RC. It's cool because it's inside of an old mall. It's like in an old Sears, so it's the second floor of the Sears or whatever it is. So they got an off-road track, they got a 1RC track, and then you got a huge dirt oval. It's almost a paperclip with really super long straights. So
All
and
right,
they
where you
did a
going up?
lot of
You going
giveaways
up
for
with
that.
us?
I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe.
I think that's our new thing. We're just gonna take Gary wherever we go. We're just gonna make him
Gary's
our.
good at figuring things out. He's got a lot of experience. So, Gary,
Yeah.
tomorrow night's the last points race.
Yep.
We've been at this for how many weeks now?
Phew. All summer, I guess.
All summer.
I don't know how many weeks. No.
Yeah, and you're what, 7 points back from first?
7 or 8, yeah. Oh, I think it is 7 because I gained a point.
So
last
he's
week.
so he's got to not qualify. That's pretty
Yeah.
much impossible. How do you feel about finishing second?
Oh, I'm.
You're happy
I
with
can
it?
do that. Yeah.
Okay. Groover's tough,
Yeah. Groover's tough.
and he had a good streak there.
Yeah.
So
He's a good friend, but he's
Yeah.
a tough racer. Good
he
racer.
is. He helps out a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
He gets a lot of flack from people.
Yeah.
Groover,
I
you,
don't know- I
Groover,
don't
you
know
suck.
why.
I mean, you guys are all being nice. Groover, you suck. Honestly. I don't know.
He was very helpful. Like last year, he helped me out a lot.
Yeah,
So.
he's-
This year he does too. He put me in his big block. So
Mike-
Yeah,
so-
that's nice.
It's the old Sears outlet store.
Okay.
Oh, so you were right. Oh,
Yeah.
And
And they're very friendly up there too. Like I
How
forgot
long a
things
drive
and
is
need
that?
help. 4 hours.
wow.
So yeah, it's a ways up.
the BL2S should be fun. Basically, a 13.5 rated as a 3,300 kV, says John Bath. And it's November 4th.
Okay, that's better. Might be able to do that.
5 minutes of dinosaur barbecue, too, says Mike Woods. So maybe I'll go up for the barbecue.
Okay.
Don't even need to
All
race.
right.
What you do up there? I ate barbecue. It was from a dinosaur.
I mean, maybe we should take him some Philly cheesesteaks in exchange.
True.
You know, here's some John's roast pork.
John.
I don't think it would make it up there.
Where?
John's roast pork in Philly.
No.
Oh,
I won't eat stuff in Philly.
that you will. That thing is great.
It was. I was watching a video where they did a comparison to cheesesteaks, and that was ranked right up there. And with the best, it was a tie between two, and that was one of them. So I mean, and it is. I mean, it's one of those I'm looking at. I'm like, I remember how good that was.
So, if you need help, come hunt me down. I'll be there, says Mike Woods.
Thank you, Mike. All right, we're gonna try and make it up there. I mean, we want to see if we could do better than last year.
I will definitely do better than last year.
You certainly will. Me and Brandon have a lot to improve on. Brandon ran novice, and like after running up there, it's like, yeah, I should have ran novice with him.
And Lance Bathdorf, hey, after this factory season, I'm selling all my tracks and stuff. If any of y'all are interested, let me know.
Wow.
Why?
Did you run at Boardtown Pool?
Yes, we're behind that there.
With Charlie Good and all
yeah,
that.
Charlie
yeah.
Good, yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
run when it was still just the asphalt on the basketball court?
One time there, they had like
Okay.
a series race.
Yeah. We used to go up
yeah.
there. I think it was every Sunday or something like
yeah,
that.
Lee ran something.
That's
like
right. Lee from Race Place.
Race place. Yeah.
Yeah.
He had a race there, a special race. But
Yeah.
most of the time I ran on dirt there at Charlie's place.
I never got to run the dirt track. My
Yeah,
dad did.
that was nice.
Dan and Weller used to go up there too. So.
So, do you prefer a small track or a big track?
I got really used to running here at Pheasant Land on a small track. And I'm starting to really, really like the small tracks.
Mhm.
You know, just like the factory.
Yeah.
You know, a couple of them. But I used to like the big tracks, but I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's just
It's
For-
tough.
for
big
me-
tracks are different.
I like the small track. Like the factory, I really like because it don't
Yeah.
matter what motor you got. in.
No,
It don't matter. It's just get around that corner.
Yep.
Unless you're Lance.
Yep.
Lance gets around there pretty good.
And he's going late model and sprint car racing. That's why.
Okay.
But years ago, he probably remembers when you went to a racetrack, a dirt track, it was always loose dirt.
Yeah.
Now all
Like
these tracks are going to.
Yeah.
You might as well just run on carpet. You know what I mean?
That's one thing Griver complains about this track. It's just gotten so packed down and so
Yeah.
tacky.
Yeah,
It's like, I'm going to just bring my phones out.
yeah.
And I can't blame him. I do miss the days when this was a loose
Yeah.
dirt track.
Now it's, and I can hear other people saying, you know, on a track like that now, the way it's getting so tacky, you need good batteries and great motors all the time.
Yeah.
You know,
And
just
you
to
need
keep up.
You need a lot of tires.
Yeah.
Because the problem is, it runs, and then
Yeah,
it just
yeah.
it just holds the car back.
And I have great motors from.
KHD.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
great motors.
Yep. But you can't show off a great motor unless you got good handling.
Yeah.
And so
Oh, yeah.
you need to
Yeah.
buy tires all the time.
Yeah.
You know, I'm tired of buying
I keep-
tires for the season.
I
I'll
keep-
tell you that.
I keep switching my right rear so it doesn't get too soft.
Yeah, I mean that's
Just
the
to let
thing.
you
It's
know.
just the track's just
Yeah.
been out there and just it feels like the car's just too stuck.
Yeah.
And
it
this is something been fighting for the last.
And if you watch
2.5
everybody's-
months.
it's just like they're hardly sliding at all. And
Yeah.
if you slide, you're going to get hit or
Right,
something.
right.
It's
I-
just like running on carpet, but
Yeah, like remember the other week when I made my car slide around?
Yeah.
Look good,
yeah.
but you can't do
Like-
traffic there.
now,
Unfortunately, speed costs money, and
Yeah.
unfortunately, some guys spend way too much.
oh yeah, yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
Your
you know,
track with a 17.5 foam sprint car would be fun.
Yeah,
And did Gary race Mount Laurel?
Mount Laura.
Mount Laurel.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
yeah, yes, I did.
Now, did you race anything but oval, or has it just always been oval?
I could only turn left. Yeah.
I know the problem. I can't turn right either.
Yeah.
I try.
I seen you. You can do just fine.
No.
Come on. If
Yeah.
not, I'll put Jason Durr in that car, and then they will hate me.
Yeah.
Enzo will kick me out.
I see that debacle on Facebook. Oh, well, I'm just the runner-up if these guys don't want to run.
I invited you and Brandon first. You guys got first dibs, but if Jason wants to run it, he can run it.
You don't want me to make left orbits.
I do too. I want you to come up and hang out. You'll have a
I
good
hang
time.
out.
All
I
right.
just don't need to race because I.
Yeah, I think you do all right. I think you got a little practice. AJ's doing swell. I mean,
Swell?
he was up there. He was up there tonight practicing.
Swell.
He's
Yeah,
doing swell. He
Tall
got it.
boulders to be.
Yeah.
He's doing super.
Road, but setup doesn't if you can handle any stake and stake assistant, you can give a fast guy a good run. No. When guys are putting motors in every race and I'm sorry, it's getting too competitive.
Yeah.
It's so Some of the
Yeah,
stuff
agreed.
is just way out of hand anymore, and it's just not fun.
Yeah,
Yep.
it does suck
I
the
agree
fun
with
out
you.
of it. It's just it's to the point where it's like I want to give up 12T. I'll just get a big block,
Yeah.
and that's why I wanted to try Groovers. And it's like, yeah, I like this. It's fast.
I only ran 2 motors this year in 12T.
Yeah.
I split up in half.
Yeah.
You know, so it doesn't cost so
I-
much.
I-
you know.
I got a case last winter, broke in those motors, and I'm still using a couple of them. And then we got a case again this summer,
Yeah.
and we sent some off to George, so we split some of that. But I still have those motors, and I'm still using them. And it's just I keep switching around. You know, you clean one out,
Yep.
put it back into rotation, and it's just
If you don't overheat them, George's motors,
yeah.
I think, I get people mad at me, but they last longer.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, I
People that
had
don't have a lot
yeah.
of money. You
he made me one for just before we went up to White Rose, and I put that in that super stock. Remember the day when we forgot to put fans and we
Yeah,
jury rigged
and I
fans?
killed mine.
Yes, and that
Yeah,
car,
if you don't
remember
have
how
fans on.
that car ran great until the last
It-
30 seconds of that race, and it's like that looks to be falling off. Sure was.
It was the hottest day of the year, and we
Uh-huh.
ran asphalt.
Oh,
Yeah.
geez.
But we're like, shit, because we always ran up there at night. It was always cool off there.
Well, we hadn't been up there in a few weeks, and
Yeah.
kind of you don't have enough parts to keep one car together. So rob parts from the super stocker to put it on something else, and get up there. It's like, oh, shit, there's no fan.
I bought a fan, rigged it up with zip ties, got it on.
Yeah,
But I'm like, it was after heat one, and I thought the motor was
Yeah.
cooked. And I'm like, God, I gotta
Yeah.
run
Get
it.
'em hot. That's
It killed it.
I did it in round 2 because I'm like, well, Davies is on the pole. I want to beat that, and it might have if it wasn't for that fan debacle. But I reused that motor again a few weeks ago out here, and it ran great. But then the next race
done.
started out good and just died off. So it was a shame. That was a good motor.
It was funny that when I knew his super stock was dying because I was in a freaking the owner's car.
Oh, geez.
And I was just figuring out, and I had a ball right rear that was showing foam.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm just gonna run it. And I was running it down. I'm like, I'll just roll Darren's car because I'm not getting any quicker. He's just slowing way down.
Yeah, it's real. Even Dave Bartel noticed that
Yeah.
from the chicken shack. He's just like, that car seemed to have lost something. You're like, it sure did.
So we don't want to hold you up all night. So
Okay.
But we got a couple questions there. So I mean,
Yep.
Brian's asking him a question
All
about.
right, I can leave.
Oh. Yeah,
you're,
whatever
you're
you need.
dismissed.
Okay.
You ran up trains and lanes for the oval, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they turned that to macadam, though, I
They
think.
did. I ran that once when I was a kid, and it wasn't
Yeah,
bad. But
that
they
was-
ran foam,
Yeah.
which that was my first experience with foam on dirt.
That was a nice track, too.
Yeah, that's a shame.
All right.
You know, we want to
See-
thank you for coming out. We'll see
Yeah.
you tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow
Yeah,
night.
thanks, Gary.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming
see ya.
on.
See you.
You don't want to come in and say hi? Oh, come on.
Well, it's nice to meet you finally. Yeah.
I think I met you one time.
I'm just
For
glad
some
when
reason,
got
I
the-
remember your face. I think you've been one time.
I've been here a couple times.
Yeah,
Must
I
be.
think
Yeah.
she was. Yeah.
I'm just glad when I came back into this, I saw a lot of familiar faces, and Gary
Yeah.
Durham was like, wow, I
Friendly.
know that guy.
Friendly face.
Yeah, right. Like, when I came here and saw Barry Rosenberger
Yeah.
signing up, I'm like,
Wow.
what do you
Yeah.
know? And
Yeah.
Jim McNabb, and then
Yeah.
Jeff Embuddy was coming for a while. It was like, that was nice.
I still see him body very nice.
Do you?
Yeah, big diamond.
And then Weller, I mean, he came
Yeah.
back out.
You got me.
But you didn't race back when I was a kid, so.
No,
It's-
no, I
it's-
definitely didn't.
no,
No, I wasn't
so
born when you were a kid.
It's pretty
Yeah.
cool to see like these guys are still doing it after all these years, and it's like, yeah, I probably should have started doing this sooner. But whatever.
All right. I'll see you guys.
See you tomorrow.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Gary.
Yeah, good night.
See you, Carol. Oh,
We only got like 15 minutes.
all right. How can we pass the time?
Well, I could say what I heard a thing from something about this meeting coming up on Saturday.
Okay.
Don't know if it's true. Don't know if it's set in stone, but Hertz Pheasantland's going new tire prep this year.
Yeah, that's
Fanny.
one thing. Merkel did say that they're tired of getting people skirting the rules, not cleaning off their tires, driving out on the track with wet tires, and leaving a big streak of wet stuff that someone's going to slip on. Which
And like
he's
you
been yelling at us for 2 years, so
And
I'm
guys
fine
don't-
with that.
So you don't need it.
No, you're fine. I'm fine with it. So, but you can put it on, before you get to the racetrack.
Yep.
But it's going to run through that little carpet test. You leave a trail, you're sitting out.
Same way as a factory. Factory, you can't put tire dope on.
No.
Nope.
Oh, that's right. You can.
You can do it outside, but you can't do it inside.
Right, because of the smell.
Yep.
Yep.
Gonna talk about the race this coming weekend.
Who's asking about that? Skunk Boss?
Skunk Boss. So we probably should talk about this race this coming
We
weekend.
should, because we got people coming.
We
It's
do.
coming Sunday.
Is it this Sunday?
Yes.
This
yes,
Sunday.
Yes, it's this Sunday. It's the 1st.
I won't be here. No, I'm just messing with you. I'll be here.
Okay.
Maybe.
It's going to be low of 58, high of 70. So it's going to be perfect racing weather. 52 lap features. Depending on how many people come, like maybe we'll do double features.
Yeah.
We'll see how many people are going to come out.
I do not believe we're doing Nova. I am gonna say we're not doing Nova.
You'll think enough people will be here?
No, because one, I want to hang out with people.
Yeah.
So if we get done nice and early, we can just hang
Now,
out.
should we do our normal qualifying 30 lap heats, or should we do 2 rounds of qualifying?
I'm thinking just normal crap.
Okay. All
It
right.
depends. If we get a crap ton of people here,
Yeah, then
and-
we're going to have to.
yeah.
Like, instead of just, we barely have enough room to fit everybody in a heat,
Yeah.
so that, we can only have 3 heats.
Mm-hmm.
2, 4, 6, so we can bump 2 up. So if we can barely squeeze people into 3 heats and we got to go to 4, I'd rather do 4 and let them have a better time on the track than
Yep.
try and throw them out there with 6 people in a race, because they aren't going to be happy with that on that small track, especially first time coming out.
Exactly.
So we'll play that by ear, see how that goes. But it's
What I
Mud
like-
Boss, novice, late model, mini, Savage Sprint,
If we get and
other sprint cars if you got them. I mean, if you can bring out 17.5s or mod sprints, whichever one's the most popular, whatever. If you want to run 17.5 sprint, bring 2 friends.
we could probably make it just
Guarantee
a
it.
sprint car class. We normally do.
Okay, all right.
Mike Woods, over 35 years plus user experience.
Does he?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's been in this a while.
Brett says, "Are we talking shop?" Brett.
Yeah, we're talking shop, Brett.
Scott Davies says, "No, you can't do it outside the factory either. They patrol the parking lot looking for it. Do it at home
Really?
or not at home." I remember when it started up, you could do it outside.
Okay. I mean, can you clean your motors in there?
I don't know.
'Cause that's pretty smelly.
I don't think so. That was just Simple Green.
Okay. And so, what else we got to talk about? This race is going to start at what time?
10 o'clock, gates open, racing starts at 12.
Okay.
We'll be live for a good part of the day. As long as Brian doesn't forget to show up.
Yeah, Brandon has to show up for this one.
Thinking about getting a Team Associate SR10, but got so many cars now. LL.
That's true. The SR10, that we're going to have that day.
Yeah.
So, I mean, bring out your SR10s. Bring out your SR10s.
Bring out the S. We're gonna try. Now this is all up to freaking. This is up to Rob. If he brings something that we can jump.
Rob Ralston.
Yes.
Rob Ralston is coming up from South Carolina.
If he brings a car, we can jump into a barrel. We're gonna jump a car into a barrel.
And Rob Ralston wants to do a toll booth race with something. Something. We don't know yet. Probably SR10s. Maybe just anybody wants to enter a toll booth race, they can put their car in there. We don't care how you want to destroy it. You can go and destroy it any which way you want. But
Yeah.
we'll see what Ralston says when he gets here. Ralston's our resident maniac track genius.
Yeah.
He can figure out how to put things together.
This is the way I see this day going. It is just for fun.
Yes.
There's no bunny. There's no plaques. There's
No.
nothing.
We're just here to hang out.
We're just here to have a
What's
fun.
the entry fee?
15.
And additional classes?
10.
Okay.
I guess.
Down to 5.
Sure.
Okay. All right. Let's keep it reasonable. 'Cause this is just here for people to hang out.
Honestly, maybe just 15 and 10.
Okay. And then
Yeah.
after that, you're $35, $25. You can run as many as you want.
Okay, so yeah, 35 bucks you can run whatever you want. Kind of like we do at
White Rose.
yeah.
And 997, I think, does that. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean that sounds fine to me. You know,
You can buy a Davies SR10 for sale
I got an SR10. Why do I need to buy another?
because you can't beat that one.
No, I can't, and I don't need to worry about beating that one.
Yeah,
So-
once he leaves, once it
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it ain't no fun.
Brett Ludwig.
The only reason really ran SR10 is because Davies is in it. It's fun to run
Brett
with
Ludwig.
Davies.
I have 4 already.
SR10s?
Yeah. Brett, are
Brett
you?
takes things to extreme.
Brett loves SR10.
I bet he'll buy Davies because that thing runs.
True.
Brett, you buy that, you will be the dominant car at White Rose Hobbies.
I'm pretty sure he
Except
could.
you got to drive 90 minutes.
Brett, are you coming out on Sunday? I hope
Listen,
so.
I'll tell you what. The setup me and Brett ran here did not work at White Rose Hobbies.
It worked for me.
Not on the SR10.
Yeah, it did.
You didn't catch Davies.
I ran it one time.
Yeah, well, I ran it one time too, felt okay, but didn't catch Davies. Spent all that time up there trying
How
to catch
much
Davies.
to run 2 classes? So 15 and 10 is 25.
Yeah.
25.
So why don't we just say $30? Run all you want.
Okay.
So okay, there you go.
There you go.
There you go. $30, run as many classes as you want. So
I just laughed out loud, so Scott Davies.
so just put an extra $5 in. You can run as many classes as you want. How many classes you gonna run?
Somebody got to run the show.
Yeah, that's fine. I might bring the SR10 out. It hasn't touched dirt all year, so I don't know if I want to get it dirty.
I got the Mini. That's
Um,
definitely going to be run.
Got the late model. Maybe I can bring that out. What if I bring the super stock out? Nah, that's set up for indoor.
Yeah, do you want? I don't think you want to touch
No,
that.
I don't think I want to touch that. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. Probably bring late model out, the 12T. And if anybody got a big block, I'd love to race a big block. Maybe. Don't forget Saturday. There will be a flea market here.
Yep.
We forgot to talk about that. That starts at what time? Racers Flea Market, RC Flea Market, Pheasant Land.
Yes, I don't.
10 a.m.
I don't know.
Saturday.
Is it 10 a.m.?
Plus, then there's going to be a rule discussion, I think, at 12 or 1. So if you are going to come out and run indoor, be here to discuss the rules and put your input in. Because there's gonna be some-
vendors at 9. Admission is $10 per space. It's free to get in.
Yes, $10. If you need stuff, you want to sell stuff, come out here. $10 a table. There's usually a pretty good crowd of people coming in. I think last time we had it, there were about 15 vendors or something like that, 15 or 17. But the more the merrier, because last time it started off slow. The first time we did it, and this will be the 4th one. But the 3rd one, there were some really good deals out here, so I would recommend coming. I mean, I'm gonna have you do some video cam so I can see what's there, so I can tell you buy that, buy this.
RC Racing for Maine. I got 8 Blackfoots, 2 two-wheel drive buggies, 3 short course trucks, 2 pro stocks, and 3 RG Speed Legends, and 3 hack fires, and a partridge and a freaking pear tree.
Yeah.
And he's gonna spark. What is a Sparky convention?
Oh, that's his electrician stuff.
Oh,
I said he's got to electrocute himself.
John Bath, Awesomatics for sale road course drivers.
Oh, that's his. Bring it out Saturday there.
Can you
Mr.
run
Bat.
novice and 12T sportsman?
No. You got to pick one. So we don't want people going down into novice and poaching from there. Kevin Kuzer already poaches enough and wins everything. So, yeah, you can only run one.
How long does the flea market go for? It'll take me at least 5 hours to get there, depending on what route I take.
Skunk? Oh God, man! If you plan on this happening at 3-4 o'clock, you're gonna be disappointed. So it's gonna be early.
Probably like 12-1.
Yeah, I would say, like a normal flea market, people are gonna be packing up by noon.
Yep.
So it's just people are looking to just unload stuff and just get here early. I mean, I'd like to make it, but I want to go to Park Lane. So I'm thinking maybe if I go to Park Lane, get there at 9, get everything set up, maybe I can take a quick ride over here around 10.
Why don't you get Davey to save you a spot?
Yeah, he will. He will.
So why don't you just come
I
here?
probably want to take everything there and get it done and try it out and make sure it's okay. I mean, I did just rebuild a whole car. Probably should test that.
Brett Ludwig. Number of 12T sportsmen JGR owns is infinite.
You don't have to tell us, Brett. We see him hanging from the walls. So.
Pan car oval race.
They need a new setup. They just buy a car.
John Bath. Pan car oval race on Saturday.
Where at?
Don't know.
Where at, John?
Kyle-
God, you just don't leave us hanging with that. Fill in the blanks. Where? How? People might be interested in it. I know, People are bringing out those pan cars right now.
Kyle and Aaron, you should see if you can get anyone to break out RC10s or Tamiya Modified Sunday.
Uh,
Technically, we could have a race because you have one
Yeah.
and Skunk Balls has one.
I mean,
But that's a lot.
is that Skunk Boss?
No, that's Brett.
Brett?
At 997 says John Beth.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I want to get out there.
So we should ask Brett if we can make our announcement.
Oh, yeah, you should ask him.
Brett.
But,
Brett, can we make the announcement about what we got on Tuesday?
what am I... With the vintage stuff, I'm trying to think. Is Skunk Boss bringing something?
I don't think so.
Vintage? Yeah, if he is, I mean, maybe I'll bring my old RC10. You can bring yours.
I'm gonna say
I don't know
I
don't know what state it is in right now.
I can't run mine. Mine's not together anymore, so.
Yeah, okay. I'm
gonna say no, we're
'cause
not
It's
gonna
just
have
there's
that.
still too much to get prepped right now, and
Davey
feel
says
like
we can
that
make sure you have a
aggravation.
spot. Okay, because I'm thinking I'm gonna run my local track Friday night and head to be after I wake up Saturday morning. Says Skunky.
okay. Yeah.
That's fine.
Kyle will let you know if there's anything good. He'll buy it for you.
So-
You can know him.
We gave you money for something, Brett. Can we announce that we did that?
I didn't give him money yet. Did you give him money?
Yes.
I didn't pay him yet. I
I-
didn't give him money.
I literally gave him the last dollar in my wallet.
Okay, I didn't have the last dollar in my wallet. I should have taken yours.
Can we announce that? Can we not announce that? Is it like secret still?
Brett, answer. You know, he is on a delay.
I know.
I did throw something at him.
Yeah, you didn't throw it yet.
Okay.
To Brett. I swear to God, Brett is an idiot some days. He's like Brandon.
Brett kinda is their Brandon. You're their. I guess you would be their Pete.
Are you
Would be
Joe?
their- Pete would be their you.
Are you Joe?
I am kind of grumpy like Joe.
Who's Chad? Who else is Chad?
Oh, Chad doesn't matter.
Wait till next Monday to unveil.
Chad would have to be our Mike Cole. Their Mike Cole. I guess. I don't know.
Oh, you can clickbait people. All right, big news. Wait, we can't do it on Monday, you idiot. We're not doing a show.
Well, then I guess we do it Sunday.
Maybe, whatever. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it
I
out.
know they're coming on the show, by the way.
Oh,
They said they would like to come on the show when everything's settled in.
okay.
So, that's good. We gotta get... Somebody tell Bill Osborne to get his ass here one day. We gotta figure out what the hell's going on with RJ's.
Even if he doesn't get here, just I got his number. We can call him.
So do I.
Let's just call him.
I want him here, though. No, because
I'd like him here, too.
Bill on the show would be sweet.
How about this? We'll talk Bill into letting us come up there.
That's a far drive for a Monday.
It's an hour.
For a Monday?
Whatever.
No, Bill could come here.
Well, he probably doesn't even have a Wi-Fi, does he?
That's what I'm thinking. We're kind of screwed.
He
And there
doesn't
ain't
know
nothing
nowhere.
up there.
No. I'd go up there. He's got to let us take some laps.
We have Wi-Fi up there.
Yeah, he'll have something. I'm sure.
Well, maybe.
He'll make some Wi-Fi for us. You know, he'll print 3D print something out and we'll have Wi-Fi. That's how it works.
We're at Motorsports Wi-Fi.
Yep.
All right, we got like 3 minutes. Where are you racing at this week? I
Um,
already know. Vegeland, Park Lane, Vegeland. Park Lane.
Yeah, you kind of figured that out.
And then Vegeland again.
Yeah, so it's a busy week. So I can't wait till this week's over.
I can't either, Eric Grumpy.
I
He
can't.
looked like a freaking Jay Leno, but he didn't
I'm
want more
tired.
drugs.
Yeah, I'm tired.
You can clickbait people. You guys need to be guests on the show. What now?
Is this Brett?
Brett's go to bed.
Wait, we're gonna be guests on our own show?
I guess. We should do that. No, we should. They'll host and we'll be the guests.
All right.
We'll do JGR Presents Talking Shop.
Okay. Sure. Where are you racing?
I will be here tomorrow.
Racing?
It depends.
Okay.
Depends if you're running big block or not.
Well, yeah, well, it depends. So we gotta check those points out to see if I can just drop.
Like interview Kyle, Brian, and Aaron how we got this started and stuff. I like that idea. We should
I
get
think-
interviewed one time.
I think we already talked about that half the time, didn't we?
How have we ever really got into depth with it?
Probably not. But whatever.
All right, so then, like for the guests, shit, Brett, you, sorry, God, Brett. So, yeah, Tier Tuesday. I don't know if I'll be up on Wednesday or not. It depends if I feel
Okay.
like it or not. Thursday, I'm going back up to Ultimate because I want to.
Yeah, I'd like to get up there, but with Friday happening,
You got a busy week.
Yeah.
Friday, possibly. I don't know if I'll be here. I hope to be here Saturday.
I hope you're here Friday.
I'm hoping to be here. I should be here Friday.
Okay.
Saturday, I'm thinking about going to New Egypt, so hoping
Okay.
to get. I should be done in time to go to Egypt.
The only problem is we got some of that
Weather
stuff coming through on both Wednesday, Tuesday, and Friday. Makes you go, yeah, I wish we had a roof.
You getting it next year?
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
So, where do you think Brandon's running? Let's guess.
Here on Friday and then here on Sunday.
Do you think he's actually going to run Sunday? I told him he has to run Sunday. He thinks he can just sit behind the camera and hide.
That's Kyle's late model body literally predicted the future, says Brett. It's true. You not know about that? I'll quick. So Bill built me a wrap for my orange late model body that I have.
Oh, yeah. The
I don't-
KHD?
I wanted KDH Motorsports on there.
Yeah.
He put KHD Speed Lab before I was even sponsored by
Brett, we
KHD.
talked about this like 6 weeks ago.
Well, Brett forgot.
Maybe it must have been when he was on his cruise. And he got pretty drunk.
He was on a cruise?
Yeah, he was on a cruise.
I don't know, bro.
Oh, Pete tells me all the time how much that cruise cost and how drunk Brett was. So,
Brett wasn't drunk. He's not 21.
yeah, he is.
No, he's not.
Well, overseas on the ocean.
Oh,
anything-
international waters. It don't
Anything
matter.
happens on international waters.
Okay. All right. Well, it's 9 o'clock, so we gotta thank our sponsors.
KHD Motorsports, Speed Lab.
Cage what now?
KHD Motorsports, KHD Speed Lab.
Race ready.
KDH. Am I getting it right?
No, KHD. KDH is me.
Okay, you got me confused there with all them letters you're throwing out. KHD Speed Lab.
Race ready products.
Pheasantland RC Park.
Papa Wish Trash and Tonic.
GT Bodies.
Yeah,
But that's more for Brandon.
That
Should we
is-
talk about it when Brandon's not here?
I don't know.
I don't
And
think so.
and next week or in 2 weeks, we got a new one.
How do we keep managing?
Do you realize in like a year we got like 5 sponsors for somehow?
Yeah, and people keep.
Did we say
questioning
race
that.
ready?
I believe you said Race Ready Products.
I don't know if I did.
I think you did.
Well, either way, race ready products. We gotta.
Someone pull up the, secretary, pull up the show notes.
Yeah.
Bring up the transcript there.
Ladies and
Look on the
gentlemen,
teleprompter.
ladies and gentlemen of the jury, he said it.
He said it.
All right, goodbye.
All right.
Go